Welcome to Taiwan News. I'm Việt Cường. Today's headlines. China flagrantly slanders Vietnam once again. Evaluating implementation of Washoba project in Taiwan province. Permanent Provincial Party Committee welcomes Vietnam's Union of Friendship Organizations. Relating to China's illegal placement of the Haiyang Shuyo 981 oil rig in Vietnam's waters, at a regular press conference by Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs on June 24th, answering international reporters about the June 23rd incident, Vietnam television station reported on the site that Chinese ships attacked Vietnamese ships in the vicinity of the Haiyang Shuyo 981 oil rig. But Ms. He Chunying, spokeswoman for the Chinese Foreign Ministry, once again used slanderous words.
Ms. He Chunying, spokeswoman for the Chinese Foreign Ministry, said that on the afternoon of 23 of June, Vietnamese ships once again broke through Chinese normal cordon of area. A Vietnamese tugboat proactively rammed into Chinese government vessel and caused damage to the Chinese ships. Ms. He Chunying was so vocal about urging the Vietnamese side to immediately stop its harassment to Chinese normal operation and to immediately pull out all vessel and personnel from the scene with the aim at quickly restoring tranquility to the sea. Meanwhile, in the field, according to reported information and videos with clear images, Chinese ships repeatedly and brazenly chased and crashed into Vietnamese fisheries surveillance ships, causing serious consequences. Most recently, at 9:30, 6th of June, the Vietnamese fisheries surveillance ship Snow, the Vietnamese fisheries surveillance ship number 951, the KN 951, was simultaneously cycle rammed and was fired with high-pressure cannons by 5 Chinese ships, so the KN 951 were distorted and completely deformed. Some railing equipment was damaged.
It's easy to realize that in territorial disputes at sea with its neighboring countries, China always intentionally ignores international law and turns it back on international jurisdictional mechanism. But recently, China sent its documents to the UN to accuse Vietnam of obstructing the activities of the Haiyang Shuyo 981 oil rig and infringing China's sovereignty. This action took place shortly after Vietnam had sent its diplomatic note protesting China to the UN for many times.
Assessing China's seemingly contradictory moves on the sidelines of the seminar in Da Nang last week, PhD Jerome A. Cohen from the U.S. Asia Law Institute, New York Law University held the view that China's were thinking in the direction if a country brings their case to the international tribunal, irrespective of great powers with strong economic impacts and military potentials. The case is just considered in the fact that who is right, who is wrong. However, it's a political process in the UN where China has great advantages of being one of 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council with a veto right and many other ways to influence on the UN's members. Extending views on this point, PhD Eric Franz from the Brussels Freedom University, Belgium, a member of Standing Arbitration Court, stated, "The fact that China raised its right to defend itself obviously showed that Chinese were insecure, but this is positive for the international community because now we can start the argument on more details. Up to now, we have known very little about Chinese allegations. We always have to guess or assume these allegations, but now we can directly listen to the Chinese explanations."
On June 25th, China issued a vertical map by a Chinese inland publisher, including the groundless Scouts Online, which shallows up all the Eastern Sea. The Philippines vehemently condemned and opposed this action.
Mr. Charles Gerald, spokesman for Philippines Ministry of Foreign Affairs, said that China's vertical map clearly violated the international law, specifically the United Nations Conventions on the Law of the Sea. He said the vertical map expresses China's expanding policy, causing tensions in the Eastern Sea, and no country over the world recognizes it. Earlier, Antonio Carpio, a judge of the Philippine Supreme Court, analyzed Chinese Asian maps and concluded on 11 of June that China's territorial claims by the irrational Kaohsiung line leaking on the South China Sea had never shown on these maps.
On June 25th, the delegation of Australian Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade and East West NGO visited and worked with Taiwan to evaluate the implementation of water, sanitation, and hygiene output-based aid washover project in the province.
Washover project is being implemented in 4 provinces in Vietnam, including Bắc Giang, Thái Nguyên, Bình Định, and Bến Tre, since the end of 2013-2017, with the total capital of the 133 billion Vietnam dong, sponsored by Australian government. The project includes 2 constituents, clean water constituent and hygiene constituent. As the 2014 plan, washover projects will upgrade and build clean water supply infrastructure for more than 970 households and hopefully near 3,900 households in 2015. Thanks to the washover project, more than 170 hygienic toilets were built during the first quarter of 2014. Over 600 other hygienic toilets will be built in the second quarter of this year. During the meeting, Mr. Đặng Viết Thuần, Permanent Vice Chairman of Provincial People Committee, highlighted the positive aspect of washover project, especially the new approach method of output-based aid. He required relevant agencies and branches to coordinate more closely in propagandizing and training to improve the project effect and create favorable conditions to participants. Representatives of Australian Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, East West NGO, and Taiwan Department shared experiences and gave suggestions to carry out the project smoothly in the coming time.
Last 25th June, Mr. Nguyên Văn Kim, Permanent Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, had a meeting with the delegation of Vietnam's Union of Friendship Organizations. Vietnam's Union of Friendship Organizations was officially established in 2006 with the role and mission of enhancing the relations with international organizations to introduce Taiwan to international friends. To date, the union has cooperated with the Provincial Department of Foreign Affairs to organize more than 20 foreign health examining teams for over 7,000 people, with a total amount of prescribed medicine worth over 4 billion Vietnam dong, building the relations with over 50 foreign non-governmental organizations. Speaking at the meeting, Mr. Don Tuấn Phong, Deputy Chairman of Vietnam's Union of Friendship Organizations, affirmed the recent achievements and emphasized that Taiwan Province need to organize the general meeting of the Provincial Union to strengthen its operation. Moreover, the Provincial Union also needed to further promote the implementation of the government directives on a number of operating regulations and policies for the Union. On behalf of Taiwan, the Permanent Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee thanked the Vietnam's Union of Friendship Organizations for its attention and requested Taiwan Province's Union of Friendship Organizations to review recent operational activities to speed up the operation of the Union and improve its working efficiency. In the celebration of Vietnam Families Day, June 28th, on June 25th, Taiwan City organized the festival Children with Families in Taiwan City Children's Center. The festival Children with Families is one of the activities of the city to honor the typical families having children with outstanding achievement in many cultural activities. The highlight of this festival is the participation of 28 families gaining outstanding achievement on children and family care, especially the gifted children from 28 wards and communes in Taiwan City. At the festival, the families sang songs, danced, showed animation plays with the aim to promote happiness within the family circle and the love for one's country that marked in the hearts of the audiences. Also on this occasion, the organizing board of the festival presented many meaningful gifts for 28 families and discovered the artistic talent among the children. Realizing the vocational training plan for the year 2014, the Vocational Training Center for Young People, under the management of Thái Nguyên Provincial Youth Union, has recently opened 3 industrial sewing training classes for poor households in Lục Bài and Khôi Kỳ communes, Đại Từ district.
Recognizing the recruiting needs of sewers by the end of 2014, when the TNG branch in Đại Từ district comes to operation, the Vocational Training Center for Young People has signed a cooperation agreement to provide skilled laborers for TNG branches and to implement the plan as signed by the provincial sector of labor, invalid and social affairs, with the targets of 5 vocational training classes for about 150 rural workers. In the first 6 months, the center had organized 3 sewing classes for nearly 90 learners, most of whom were poor people, ethnic minorities, and young workers with low incomes. To improve the quality of vocational training in workforce, the center has been regularly monitoring learner attendance in classes, paying particular attention to job exchange and recommendations for local learners. Having a job means the employees have more chance to improve their incomes, to get out of poverty, contribute to the local socio-economic development, and improve the economic situation in Đại Từ district.
And that's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.